time lapse starting well after totality and the end of the eclipse, but we're seeing a lot of these clouds really move up to the north, and those calm conditions stay with us while that southerly wind is keeping us pretty comfortable right now as we're still hanging out in those 70s. And we're looking at the temperature change over the last 24 hours, went from those 40s up into those 80s. There you can see where the eclipse came through and cooled things off by a degree. Then we went right back up into those upper 80s, and then we're in those 70s, and we're going to continue to cool off a little bit more, holding on to those 60s tonight, and tomorrow looking like a low, cooler day in those 60s. 72 in San Angelo. Everybody else joining us in a combination of 70s, if not those upper 60s. But we're really seeing a lot of these temperatures move off to the northeast in a really relatively calm pattern right now. Temperatures spread across the entire region, about 5 degrees, 67 to 72, if not 73 down there in Junction. But the pattern is pretty normal right now when we're talking about those cooler temperatures to the north and those warmer temperatures to the southeast. Around this time last year, we were pushing around 100 and something with the heat dome over us. Humidity values are still there, while we're also still looking for the opportunity to see some of this cooling that could push us into some of that thunderstorm activity. Even though those clouds are relatively clear right now, we're just looking for some convectivity across the entire region, but the winds are really pushing things to the north relatively strong. So the severe weather outlook still on the east side of Texas, and we get a good look at the moisture where it's going to continue to move off to the east, really taking aim at Florida again, while we see some of those calmer conditions that are going to push in, but that's going to keep us in those 60s, if not those 70s. Here's a good shot of that satellite. That's flash flooding, tornado watches, severe weather watches and warnings being issued for parts of North Texas. This is one heck of a monster. It blew up there. I already have storm chasers in the area. Ping-pong sized hail coming from this one. It's going to be a good day to be wrong for a meteorologist in this area, because this thing is pretty powerful. If the calm weather right now is all we're going to see, we have our eye on that next circulation making its way down from the Sierra Madres right now. Getting a better look at San Angelo right now and the Concho Valley, so you guys know what's going to happen. Here's the radar right now as we're seeing a lot of these low clouds taking aim near Sterling City. Of course, Eden's going to be in the crosshairs, as well as Ballinger, as we start to make our way into those morning hours. We're going to break it down as much as we can, really moving in from the northwest. Look at the size of this front pushing through, but El Dorado and Sonora, you're going to see it early in the morning, as well as Sterling City. Now even San Angelo is going to see a little bit of that eruption. Then Brady and Eden as we make our way into the afternoon. Look at Robert Lee and the size of this storm. If you have to do any traveling, just hold off until a little bit later, because by the time this storm moves past it, you're going to see so much calmer conditions. But some strong moisture makes its way in by Wednesday morning, again, letting us know where those lower and higher elevations are. Then those things kind of clear up. But we're looking at a lot of those higher winds. So tomorrow, let's take our time, make sure people can get where they need to. Of course, first responders, and let's tie down any loose objects while things are clear. We're still going to see a lot of those temperatures hold strong into those 60s. Cannot rule out a thunderstorm. Always be prepared. Have some extra supplies. At least charge the phone. Be ready to go and have those severe weather alerts. Then tomorrow, good opportunity for a thunderstorm in the morning. You saw it running through the entire area. Of course, it's only going to be a little cooler as we only get up into those upper 60s, but things are going to calm down. Could see some windier conditions as well, but then we're going to warm up back up into those 80s. By the weekend, by the time rodeo kicks off, that's where we're going to see those temperatures get up into those 90s, while those lows are going to sit comfortably in those 60s, where the next opportunity for some moisture could be next week. Stay tuned. We'll have more after the break. You're watching KSAN News at 10.